Greyhound Diaries. The Hostile Hostel. In some cases, there's a thin line between hostel and refugee camp. This one stinks, in an olfactory sense. I don't care if there is a tiki bar and a beer machine. It stinks of the nasty mixture of vegan store-your-own stinky-ass food in a common fridge. I awoke in New Orleans on the top bunk in a dorm room of non-college students. I headed outside to meditate. I hadn't meditated yesterday and made a causal relationship to my scattered mood. So I sat next to the above-ground cesspool. It was particularly hard to sit still, but I almost made it to the end before I was yelled at by some all due respect fat buck with an overgrown walrus mustache, a German accent, and a green polo shirt that remained tucked into his Bermuda shorts by the grace of God. "There is no sitting by the pool now," he said. Okay, it seemed reasonable. But then, "Can't you see it's closed?" "No, sorry, I didn't know." "I didn't know." "What do you think the gate means?" "Well, maybe it's for pets or children, or sometimes little gates are closed." But I said, "I got it, I'm leaving, but I really don't need the lecture." There was a snap delay, and then he said, "Either that, or I can do it the old-fashioned way." Please, let's do it the old-fashioned way, I thought. Walruses swim, don't they? And so I got my stuff ready to go. I know when I don't want to be wanted. On my way out, I passed through the stinky kitchen, where my new mammalian acquaintance was. I introduced myself. It was a power move. I am heading to Montgomery after New Orleans, and Dr. King was all about loving one's enemies. Plus, I wanted the guy's name. "My name is Doug," I said with an outstretched hand, noting that his white tube socks were exactly the same shade as his legs. No movement on his part. "You're not going to shake my hand?" I said. "I don't shake hands," he said. It reminded me of a guy Ron and I had met at a guitar store once who said he, quote, didn't have time for the internet. Later, we had ideas on ways the guitar store worker could streamline. If he shaved a little time spent staring into space and twirling the food in his beard, maybe then he'd have time for the internet. My hand was still outstretched. I held it out for a while to make him uncomfortable. I then introduced myself to the other person in the kitchen, a bright-eyed Wisconsin girl who had come to town with Savory Sundays, a Madison soup kitchen to help relief workers. "God, that's weird," I said. "You don't shake hands at all?" "Never?" I was in my power center. "Is this your place?" I wasn't letting go. It was too good. "No." "Oh, do you work here?" "Yes." "What's your name?" Or do you not say your name, I wondered. His name, I overheard, was appropriately enough, Rudy.